right, hello everybody. Thank you for joining. I am Riley with the Storm Chasers, and we're going to take a look at your forecast. But before we do, here is a brief word from our sponsors at Cube Portable Storage.
What are you doing?
Decluttering?
Moving? Remodeling? In need of temporary storage, emergency cleanup, or just need to declutter? Cube Portable Storage has the perfect solution. Rent your Cube Portable Storage container today.
And don't forget, they got roll-off dumpsters for the other stuff. Call Cube Storage for all your moving needs.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Happy Thursday out there. Today is March 5th, 2026, and let's dive into today's video, taking a look at our regional map. And as you can see, there is not much on the radar. We are dry out there, at least for the time being. Have a look at the temperatures. We are very warm out there, very mild. We're at 59 in Sioux Falls. We are about to hit 60 degrees in Sioux Falls, which is way above the average high for this time of the year. That's about 20 degrees above the average. 61 in Mitchell, and out up into Aberdeen, we are at 54 in Sisseton, 52 in Aberdeen, 69 in Chamberlain, 64 out in Pierre, 73 degrees in Phillip. Wow. 70 in Winter. So we have some 70. We do have some 70s in South Dakota. 63 in Rapid City. Down into Nebraska, we are at 67 in Valentine. We are at 62 in North Platte, 56 in Grand Island, 62 in O'Neill, and 54 in Omaha. Into Iowa, we're at 55 in Des Moines. We are at 52 in Iowa City, 51 in Waterloo, 54 in Storm Lake, 56 in Spencer. Up in Minnesota, 50 in Minneapolis, 46 in Wilmer, 51 in Rochester, and 50 in Marshall. Now, the next talking point here is we do have some winter weather advisories that were just issued. First, I want to go west to east. There is the winter weather advisory that was issued this morning for central and western portions of Nebraska for 1 to 3 inches of snow and winds gusting up to 45 miles per hour. So be on the lookout, Valentine, Shattern down towards the Oglala, Nebraska area. But we do have a new area of winter weather advisories that are in place for eastern South Dakota into northwestern Iowa and southwestern Minnesota. Have a look at the map here. It does include Aberdeen, Watertown, Sisseton, down to Brookings, and it does include the Sioux Falls area. So Sioux Falls is included. Northwestern Iowa, Spencer, Orange City, up into Minnesota, Marshall included, Laverne, Worthington, all included here. So, winter weather advisory, what is this for? Well, there is mixed precip that is expected with snow accumulations up to 1 inch possible, and then also we're looking at ice possibilities. So, we're looking at 1/10 of an inch of ice possible, as well as winds gusting up to 35 miles per hour. And with that combination will create some travel issues. So, we are looking at slippery road conditions possible in these areas that could impact tomorrow and Saturday morning's commutes. So be on the lookout for that. Again, for these areas in blue that include Sioux Falls, eastern South Dakota into western Minnesota and northwest Iowa. So we're going to take a deeper dive into the rest of your forecast ahead, everything that you need to know. First, any sponsorship opportunities out there, we are open for sponsorships. So if any of you out there want to become a sponsor with us at Storm Chasers, reach out to us on our Facebook page or any of our social platforms or our email or our phone number. And also, we are launching our new weather call system for $15 a year. You get life-saving weather alerts. So how it works is during severe weather events like tornadoes, severe weather, and flash flood events, any warnings that are issued for your immediate area, as it's a GPS system, you will get a phone call from us at Storm Chasers alerting you of the warning within seconds to hopefully give you guys life-saving weather information. So if you're interested in that, if you're interested in more information and signups, go to the website at tscalert.org. So as we take a look at the latest forecast models, this is using the short-term model, the HRRR. Today, again, we are not seeing anything until we get towards tonight. We start to notice some activity down here in eastern Nebraska into western Iowa. Some showers and thunderstorm activity in these areas, and then by late tonight, starts to blossom and expand into western Iowa, eastern Nebraska, even southwestern Minnesota. Now, could Sioux Falls see any thunderstorms? Yes, it is certainly possible. The Sioux Falls area could see thunderstorm activity tonight. And then as we head into tomorrow morning, it does expand across Iowa and Minnesota and even northeastern Nebraska and southeastern South Dakota. So it's something we're going to keep a close eye on. Thunderstorms will be hanging around the area tomorrow morning into tomorrow afternoon. But there's kind of two separate rounds here. So we got the first wave tonight into tomorrow morning, and then during the afternoon we get kind of a break. However, out here, you notice out west into western Nebraska, into central South Dakota, there is snow that is going on by tomorrow afternoon. And then maybe even some mixed precip, maybe some freezing rain and sleet mix up here towards Watertown, over towards Huron and Chamberlain, and over in western Minnesota. Now, you notice this pops up in the afternoon hours in eastern Nebraska into western Iowa. There looks to be more thunderstorm development, and now this could pack a punch. This is what we're talking about for the severe weather chances, mainly across Iowa. It looks like Iowa could definitely see a cluster here of severe weather. That could be all modes of severe weather. Hail, strong winds, and even tornadoes are possible across Iowa tomorrow. And then on the back side of this system, again, in South Dakota and Nebraska, there is snow to deal with and even ice possibilities. And then as we head into, again, late tomorrow afternoon, you can see how it just keeps moving east, and Iowa is going to be under the gun tomorrow for severe weather. And even Sioux Falls could see some showers and thunderstorm activity. But as we get into the latter part of the day tomorrow, there's going to be a switchover of, rain and thunderstorm activity for Sioux Falls, and then moving into snow. So there could be some snow moving through Sioux Falls tomorrow night. So that is what we're looking at, and then the system will clear off by tomorrow night into Saturday morning. That system will move on out. But it is interesting. It looks like we got two separate rounds of showers and thunderstorms across, again, southeast South Dakota into Iowa, Minnesota, Nebraska. So that is what we're looking at for tonight and tomorrow. Now, looking at the severe weather outlooks from the Storm Prediction Center, you can see today is mainly down south into Kansas, Oklahoma, and Texas with an enhanced risk of severe weather and even a slight risk. But for our region, we still have some severe weather potential in that green shaded area, that marginal risk for severe weather for Iowa and Nebraska. And it goes all the way north up into Vermilion, Elk Point, Sioux City, and Des Moines and Omaha under the gun, and Sioux City as well. So that's, again, for later today into tonight. And then tomorrow, the risk does move north, but still the worst of the severe weather is to our south. And it looks like there will be a severe weather outbreak for Kansas, Missouri, Oklahoma, and Arkansas. But some of this does extend into eastern and southeastern Nebraska into Iowa. So Omaha, Des Moines in that slight risk in yellow, Waterloo as well, Davenport. So these communities, even up towards Sioux City and Mason City and Rochester with the marginal risk, some of these spots in Nebraska and Iowa need to be monitored very closely tomorrow. And we are going to be here all day. We'll be staffed, and we will be going live if necessary. If there's breaking weather, we will be going live and doing coverage for you guys. But it does look like majority of the severe weather is going to be to our south, and our audience is down there. So that is the latest thinking. Now, once you get into Saturday, the risk shifts significantly east and south. And then I did notice this, though. By day 6, they actually do have a 6 days out. They do have a severe weather risk, and that is for our audience to the south, Kansas, Missouri, Oklahoma, Texas, Arkansas. But if this risk does shift any farther north, it would include our Nebraska and Iowa audience. So we'll keep a close eye out for that in case it shifts north. But for the time being, we are looking at the kickoff to severe weather season this week. And another topic of interest that we are keeping an eye on is the drought monitor. Have a look at your map. This is the latest drought monitor. And as you can see, we need some moisture across the area. We are very dry out there, especially in southern South Dakota into Nebraska. That is the worst of it. Rapid City to Sioux Falls, the I-90 corridor, basically the I-90 corridor and points south is the worst of the drought. And especially Nebraska. There is severe and extreme droughts in Nebraska. Those orange and red colors are not good. That is where the worst of the drought is. And you can see a lot of it is down towards the Yankton area, down towards, Plainview and Norfolk areas. That is the worst of the drought. But Sioux Falls is still in this extreme drought. So we do need some moisture for Sioux Falls and Nebraska and southern South Dakota, even into Iowa. There's some spots in Iowa that could use moisture, and same thing with Minnesota. So we definitely need some moisture in our region, and it looks like hopefully we will get that tonight into tomorrow, and then watching next week as well. There's more chances possibly next week for more precip. All right, so looking at temperatures starting tomorrow, we are looking at a split here. West of Sioux Falls, South Dakota, western Nebraska, we're looking at colder weather behind the front, and we're looking at temperatures into the 30s and 40s, and that is why we have snow that is going to be found in these areas. Sioux Falls is kind of in that middle ground for a high. We're looking at low 50s or around 50. But east of Sioux Falls, look at these temperatures, 60s and 70s in Iowa and eastern Nebraska. So ahead of the front is where the severe weather is going to be, and that's where the warm air is going to be. Then on Saturday, we are looking at that system moving off to our east, and as a result, we're going to be cooler. We're going to be stuck in the 40s across the area, mid-40s in Sioux Falls. Now, we'll be slightly warmer out to the west, 50s to low 60s. So we'll warm back up out west, and then on Sunday, look at this. We are looking at widespread 60s and 70s across the region. Mid-60s for Sioux Falls. I think Rapid City could be in the mid-70s on Sunday. So very nice weather. Get out and enjoy it. Monday is also looking very nice. Widespread 60s and 70s across the region. Nebraska and Iowa are going to be the warmest. But north of Sioux Falls will be a little bit cooler, but still 50s for daytime highs is still really nice for this time of the year. How about Tuesday? Well, we're looking at, again, warmer air to our south, especially Nebraska and Iowa, into the 60s and 70s. Sioux Falls in the low 60s. But you do notice west and north, we're looking at a little bit cooler weather, 40s and low 50s. Still pretty nice. Now, Wednesday of next week, it looks like we are going to cool down a little bit, back into the 30s and 40s, widespread across the area, maybe some low 50s as well. And then by next Thursday, a week out, we're going to start to warm back up. So we don't see any big-time cool downs anytime soon. So, is spring here? It sure is starting to look like it. So that's going to be it for this video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. Be sure to smash that like button if you enjoyed this, and drop a comment down below. We want to hear from you guys. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and ring those notification bells so you don't miss any of our videos. And check us out on Facebook, X, Instagram, and TikTok as well. And thank you guys for watching.